Hello and welcome to another episode of the Farr Show, where I'm Farr, and tonight we're talking about games that I want to be ported to the Nintendo Switch. And a lot of these, I'll be honest, are because I just recently got a Switch OLED, so I feel like now is the best time to talk about games that should be ported to the Switch. So we're going to do some mobile games, and then we're going to do some other console-PC games. So let's start with your Alien Blackout. Now what you're thinking, Damien, why? Well, Alien Isolation just recently got moved to the Switch, so it would just make sense that you bring the game that came after it, technically. It's more of like a Five Nights at Freddy's type of a game, but I feel like it'd be a pretty good fit to go on here. So I would put that in there. Then we got a couple Batman Arkham games. We got Batman Arkham City Lockdown, Batman Arkham Origins, Batman Arkham Origins Blackgate. I know what you're thinking, Damien, Batman Arkham Origins could just be ported to the game itself, but the mobile version is pretty different, honestly. It seems like it's more of a fighting game, so maybe just put those together, put it all in a thing, or Batman Arkham Origins and Batman Arkham Origins Blackgate into one package. Or, you know, we'll talk about it later in a second here, but maybe just put them together. So then we got Blitzcrank's Power Roundup. This game has been delisted from the App Store and I want it back. I have it on my phone personally, not right now, but I do still have it on my Google account, and I will never get rid of this because this is better than League of Legends. I want Blitzcrank's Power Roundup to be ported to Switch. Also, make it where you can use the Joy-Cons or touchscreen options. But biggest thing you gotta keep is all the characters. Add more Blitzcrank skins. Add more characters. Just make it a full-fledged game. Make me pay you $10 for this game. I will do it. Just make it great. Then, even though I wouldn't really put any Nintendo games in here, I'm going to throw one in, Dr. Mario World. I know you're thinking, where's Mario Kart Tour, Pikmin Bloom, Pokemon Go, or Super Mario Run? Let's be honest, those are all games that you need to play on a phone. It's not really going to work great on a Switch. But Dr. Mario World could work great on a Switch. So, maybe just throw it on there. Then we got One More Line, which is a game that I really love. It's where you have to grip onto these circles and keep going up. It's pretty much the gist. I mean, just grabbing the Switch here, you could probably have it go like this, or you could have it go like this. I think this would work better, honestly. But that's just me. There you can see the reflection of the actual camera. Then we got Rick and Morty Pocket Mortys. It's pretty much a Pokemon clone in a way, but I feel like it'd work pretty good in the context of being on the Switch. I think it would just feel at home, honestly. And I would actually want to play it, unlike now where I don't play many phone games. These are pretty much all the phone games I've played, other than one that we'll list in a couple that we'll list in a second. Then we got Stranger Things the game. It just makes sense to port this one over because you got Stranger Things 3 the game. Just bring over Stranger Things the game at that point. You can even make me pay for it. A couple bucks, I'll do it if you port it over. Then we got Temple Run 1 and 2. I'm a huge Temple Run fan. I think that was the game that really made me believe that mobile games could be an actually good thing. But honestly, I haven't played anything really since then for Temple Run. But it'd be cool to see another one. Then we're going to talk about the 3 that I think would love to be ported, but doesn't make sense at the same time because they're inferior games by a long shot. We got Injustice Mobile or whatever they're calling it. We got Mortal Kombat Mobile, and we got WWE Immortals. WWE Immortals will never come because, well, it's not in production anymore. It's not supported. So it just makes sense to drop that one as much as I'd love it. And then Mortal Kombat and Injustice I do have on this other part of the list, so I feel like we'll just skip those. Going to PC-console games that I think should get ported to Switch. Tell me in the comments below before we get to it. What games do you think of mobile should be ported over? Tell me. And now that we're getting to PC and console games, before I tell mine, tell me in the comments below which ones do you think should be ported. Also, give this video a like and subscribe. So, I got Back 4 Blood in here because I don't think Back 4 Blood is as good as Left 4 Dead, the little bit that I've played Left 4 Dead, but it's still a pretty good game overall. And I feel like it's a cool game to actually throw on here. Then we got Banjo-Kazooie Grunty's Revenge, which was originally a Game Boy game. A Game Boy Advance game, but you know, maybe one day they'll port it. Make a Banjo-Kazooie collection maybe for Switch, where you get Banjo-Kazooie Grunty's Revenge, Nuts and Bolts, and Banjo-Tooie, and also Banjo-Kazooie. All those I would like ported. I know that Microsoft owns Banjo-Kazooie, but they're putting Banjo-Kazooie in the Switch Online, so maybe it'll happen. Who knows? Then I got Batman Arkham Knight, because I'm a huge Batman Arkham fan. I don't think Knight is the best game of the series, but I think, it just would make sense to play it on the Switch, honestly. Same with Batman Arkham Origins, where this is where I was saying with Batman Arkham Origins on mobile and then Batman Arkham Origins Blackgate. I think you just put them all in this and call it just the Batman Arkham Origins collection. Then you get Batman Return to Arkham and Batman Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. Put Arkham City Lockdown in there too. Just throw them all into one package. So then you get all Batman Arkham Origins, all Batman Return to Arkham series, and then you just get Batman Arkham Knight. So 3. You end up with 1, 2, 3, 4. Couple games. Let's just not count it. Then I got Conker's Bad Fur Day and Conker Live and Reloaded, even though I know they're pretty much the same game. I kind of like the idea of porting them both to the system. So I think that'd be cool. This one I don't think is going to happen because it's a PlayStation thing, and well, let's be honest, PlayStation is probably not going to work with the Nintendo like Xbox is. I got Death Stranding. I know it's a Kojima Productions game, but there's the issue that comes up here, which is, well, it's published by PlayStation, not on PC, obviously. PC is its own separate animal, but it's published by PlayStation, so they're not going to let it move over to a Nintendo platform, and that'll throw into another one that we have later on. Then I got Diablo, which there's Diablo 2 Resurrected, Diablo 3, the super cool Ultimate Edition, I don't know what it's called. Just port Diablo 1 at this point. I understand that it should probably come to other systems as well, but I think Switch just makes sense because, let's be honest, you can play Diablo anywhere, pretty much. Consoles don't really need it, but the Switch is a different kind of console that you can take anywhere, so it'd be kind of cool to be able to do that as well. I do have Diablo 2 and Diablo 3 on Switch. Never played them on PC, but I thought they were amazing on Switch, so I'd like to get the first one so then I could finish all the series there. Then, this one's kind of an out of left field one. I'm not really a big open worldy guy anymore, but Fallout New Vegas I got on here because Obsidian Entertainment just makes some great games, so I thought it just makes sense. Then we got GoldenEye 007, which is rumored to be coming to the N64 Online eventually. There's also a rumor that there's a remake coming to Xbox. Who knows? I just want a remake of this game because, let's be honest, the N64 controller is not great. So the fact that they can put it on something that has good controllers would be amazing. Then this one's another out of left field one that I don't think is going to happen, but the Master Chief Collection with Halo CE, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 3 ODST, Halo 4, Halo Reach. I think all those coming to Switch would be amazing. Do I think it'll happen? Probably not once again. But would it be cool? Yes. They would have to significantly downgrade these games to make them run on Switch, but I think it'd be worth it in the end. Then we got Injustice, Gods Among Us, and Injustice 2. I think both of them should be ported to Switch. Honestly, I think almost every NetherRealm fighting game should be ported to Switch, which we'll get to in a second. The other ones that I have not talked about. I think Journey should be ported to Switch. Journey is a great game that is a weird experience, but definitely worth it. Seeing as how Sky, Children of Light, is that game company's like follow-up game, I would say. It's not really a sequel, but follow-up spiritual successor that's on Switch. Maybe put Journey on there. Then, going back to Back 4 Blood, we got Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2. I think both these games would fit perfectly on the Switch. Maybe call it the Left 4 Dead... I don't know what you'd call it. The Left 4 Dead pack or something. Left 4 Dead... Left 2 Die pack. Left 4 Dead's Left 2 Die pack. And then have it a 2. That'd be kind of a cool name. Then I have Metal Gear Solid The Legacy Collection, where I have a couple things here. This is going to be different than the one that came for PlayStation. There's going to be Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, Metal Gear Solid Integral, because that's the definitive version of that game, pretty much. I also have Metal Gear Solid The Twin Snakes, because, let's be honest, it's probably never going to get ported off GameCube, but if it does, it'd go to a Nintendo system, so it'd just work. Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance. Then we got Metal Gear Solid 3 Substance. Then we got Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, Metal Gear Solid 5 the definitive experience. Give me every Metal Gear game that makes sense. Metal Gear Solid Survive does not need to be here. So that'd be kind of cool to see those all come back to a system. Then we got Mortal Kombat, the 2011 game, because I loved that game overall. I know it doesn't really make sense when you already got Mortal Kombat 10, but give me Mortal Kombat. Also give me Mortal Kombat Arcade Collection. So then you get the remake of the first 3 games and then the first 3 games. Also give me Mortal Kombat X at that point. I know what you're thinking. You don't need all of these, Damien. But I want them. I want them all. All of them. So then we got, going down here a little bit further, this one is likely to maybe happen in the future. We got Perfect Dark and Perfect Dark Zero. I think that'd be kind of a cool way to go with it. Get both of them on there. Maybe even eventually port the other one that's coming out sooner or later to Switch. Then we got Portal 2, which we'll get to Portal 1 in a second. I wanted to put this one first. Portal 2, probably my favorite game that's not named Halo of all time or Uncharted at this point. So if you could put them in there, put it in there, I would love it. I know the Steam Deck is coming out pretty soon, and let's be honest, all the Valve games are going to be on Steam Deck. But Portal 2 just makes sense. Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2. Also, I put Red Dead Revolver in here. Give me the Red Dead trilogy. I would play it. I haven't beaten Red Dead 1 or 2, honestly. I've played a lot of the multiplayer for Red Dead 2, though. Good 10 to 12 hours, which I know isn't a lot in a lot of people's minds, but it's a lot of time for me to invest into a game that's not named Halo. So I think that'd be cool. We're going to another one that's kind of out of left field, but I like the idea of it coming to Switch, is StarCraft 64 and StarCraft Remastered. I kind of like them all to be one, where you get the graphical options to switch and gameplay options. I think that'd be kind of cool to play StarCraft with a controller, because the N64 version had something that none of them did, which was co-op, where you could see your opponent's screen and see what they're doing, which I thought would be kind of cool to see again. Who knows if they'll do it. Then, if you're going to port StarCraft 1, StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty, just throw it in there. So, great stuff there. Then we got Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2, the Pandemic Studios games, which I think they have not aged well. But I played them so much as a kid, and I play them so much now as an adult, that I would love to have them on Switch, because there are important other Star Wars games to Switch. Might as well just throw in Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2. Then we're going to skip this one and go to, we got Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection and Uncharted the Nathan Drake Collection. I'd kind of like them both to be put on here. I don't think both of them are going to be put on. I don't think either of them are going to be put on, because, once again, we're dealing with a Sony game, and Sony's not going to let that happen. But the big one that I put off here is, I've got the orange box, but I've got it an updated version of the orange box. When I say updated, it gives you Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2 Episode 1, Half-Life 2 Episode 2, and then Portal. And I know what you're thinking, Damien, you swapped out Team Fortress. Let's be honest, Team Fortress is not a game played unless it's on PC at this point. So to put it in on the Switch would be a dumb move, but to put Half-Life 1 in its place, so then you get the definitive Half-Life experience other than Half-Life Alyx, and then you get Portal, I would dig it. I would love it. Make it happen. So, once again, what are some games that you think need to be ported to the Switch? Tell me in the comments below. Whether they be mobile or console and PC games, I wanted to throw both in here just to give some variety. Also, tell me in the comments below for those, honestly. And then don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon, and have a far off night.